Welcome back, GlamFam. Welcome back to my channel. Today, what we're going to be doing is a basic foundation application. So it's just basic. All you'll need are primer, foundation, setting powder, a couple brushes, and concealer. Now, everything I'm using will be in a caption around here. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing for sure is definitely using my primer. When you're putting primer on, I only use a little teeny bit, if you can see that. Just a little bit, okay? You don't want to use a lot because it just won't work right. It'll be too much. The makeup will actually be coming off of the skin more than just sitting on the skin. So put that all over, just a little teeny bit. And what I love to add with this is this Milani Glow. It gives a nice glow to the skin. It is a thick consistency, but it really works. You don't want to use too much of this either, but you can definitely put this on top of that primer before it even dries, okay? Once you're done putting it all over, I even go down here, because I kind of blend my makeup a little bit down here too. So we want to go all over. And what we want to do is let this sit for at least a couple minutes before you put your foundation on. So we'll go ahead and wait a couple minutes. Okay, so since we waited a couple minutes for our primer to soak into our skin, we're going to go ahead and put concealer on before the foundation. As you can see, I have a lot of redness here. I never had this problem before, but since I've gotten older, of course we have more problems, right? So we're just gonna add it and let it sit. I want to put a lot here because I get so red there. I don't really necessarily go under here, but I'll do this today for you guys. And a little here and a little here. Now you're gonna want to let this sit for at least maybe 10 seconds or so. Do not blend this in. Let this look like this. Do not blend. We're just gonna place that foundation right on top right after about 10 seconds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that now. And the foundation I use is this L'Oreal. It's actually really good. It's a really good foundation, especially when you pair it with the primer that I use and the glow drops. I've noticed at the end of the day, my foundation doesn't look cakey or anything, or it's not flaky or anything like that. So when I do those two combos, or even a really good primer will do it too. You don't have to use glow drops, but I've noticed that using the glow drops really does help with this foundation to stay looking really good all day. So I'm just gonna place the foundation literally on my face. You shouldn't do this, but I do. Because the application on it, it's really messy. It's really messy. So that's the only downfall of this foundation, but it's definitely an affordable foundation, which you can find at any Walmart, CVS, anything like that. So we're gonna put enough on, and I'm gonna look into my mirror over here so I can actually see. And then we're gonna take our damp beauty blender. It has to be damp, but not soaking wet, okay? And we're gonna blend this together just like this. And you're gonna wanna do dabbing motions. I do them really quick. You do not wanna swipe. I do not use brushes to apply my foundation. I just never really tried. I just always used a damp beauty blender. When I first started doing makeup, I didn't dampen my beauty blender at all, and it was like dried up by the time I was done trying to blend, you know. It's very important to dampen this beauty blender. You can dampen it again because I feel it's a little dry now, but you can dampen it again and it'll be just fine, okay? You can use all sides of it. And as you see, I didn't do my eyebrows. I didn't do nothing with my eyes. Absolutely nothing, because I always go in with my foundation before anything else. I don't do my eyes first or nothing like that. I just find it to be easier when I'm doing my eyebrows, and making sure that this foundation looks really good around the eyebrows and around everything else. If I do it first, it's harder for me to do my eyebrows and then go around, you know, and make sure everything looks good, before my foundation. Is much harder. So we'll go ahead and take a second and go ahead and pat this in really well. All right, so once you have patted, not swipe, but patted everything in, and also just, I mean, I'm pretty matched to my foundation, but I still like to do this because you get some discoloration underneath here too. You just want to make sure that you get the correct foundation color for you. It's not hard for me to pick a right color because I'm so fair complected, but you definitely have to pick the right color. And everybody fluctuates in the winter, you know, in the summer, you know, if you have weather changes, but definitely get the right color. And the main thing is blending. Blending is very important. If you don't blend this correctly, you'll get blotches everywhere. And I'm telling you, I've had them before, really bad. Now we use the concealer to conceal. As you can see, you don't really see much redness at all. I don't like using too much foundation because it takes away from the realness of the makeup. But you can definitely use more if you like. So we use the concealer here and under the eyes a bit. So I put a little bit here and a little bit here. I didn't go all over the place. Now I use it to conceal, not to brighten anything. I don't really need brightening because my skin is so fair, but I would definitely use the concealer to brighten if you want to. Under here, here, and a little here. Some people use it to conceal here. I don't really like it there because I get itchy here, but that's all up to you. Okay, so then the next thing that you definitely need to do is use some loose powder, especially under your eyes. If you do not use a pressed translucent powder, especially under your eyes, it'll most likely just get cakey and nasty underneath. So we're gonna use the pressed powder, okay? I put it on the top, on the lid, and then I use a flat brush for underneath my eyes, which works really well. And when you do that, you want to tap a little bit of that excess off. You don't want too much powder under the eyes. You just want a little bit. And I'm going to look into my mirror and go ahead and get that in just like this. And then we're done with that side. Now, if you want to see if you're really done, you could lightly go underneath your eye and feel that it's not sticky and it doesn't feel wet or anything. So you just want a little teeny tiny bit. You could barely see it on my brush. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. Now you can use the rest all over the face. Now if you want to use like a bronzer or anything like that, I would not put a translucent setting powder on right now. I would use those things first and then put a translucent setting powder on top. But for today, I'm gonna go ahead and put translucent setting powder all over just for you guys, just for this video, because I usually put contour and everything on, but that'll be on the next video for sure. I only put a little bit. I dab. And this is a huge fluffy brush, very big, and I dab it off just a little bit. See how that's way too much? That's a lot.
That's what she said.
Alright, so just a little bit, see? And then you're not gonna swipe or anything, you're just gonna dab it over, just like this. And down here, because you put the foundation down here too. Okay, just like that. And you're all set. You can still see some of that glow in the skin from the glow drops. Okay. And that right there is a basic application for foundation. Okay. Just remember, applying that foundation, you have to blend. Blend, blend, blend. Take your time blending, because the more that you do and the more that you focus on the blending, it'll look like your own skin. It'll look fantastic. So, in the next video that I'm gonna come up with is applying contour, blush, and highlight. Okay? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, Glam Fam.